Hello everyone, it's Bruce Fate and
Steve Tinkham
with Catalyst Lending, and actually we're bringing you kind of a sales tip today. This is our Friday rate update. Interest rates really have just kind of been hanging around where they are. They're in the low 4s for a 30-year and in the high 3s for a 15-year fixed, and FHA is somewhere around 4%, maybe 3.875. So the rates are still really good. We were talking a little bit ago, and this you probably can't see, but the vision of where we're going, where you want to go as far as your real estate business and your clients. And we got to talking about the percentages of people that are really our client. I mean, who is your client?
Who do we focus on?
And who do we need to focus on? We ran into some awesome statistics, and I don't know, it's almost a little scary.
Awesome, yeah.
But we found out that of your current database that have a credit card, generally speaking, that 30% of those people have a credit score under 620, which would eliminate them from buying a home. So
basically 30% of all adult Americans can't qualify because of score.
Can't qualify because of score. That was our first statistic. 66% of them own a home.
Yes, the home ownership is at 66%, and that's down from last year at 67%.
Right. So, and then if we use that, the statistic that you go even further is 50% of the current homeowners are underwater in their home. So they're not your client; they can't sell. They're not our client because we can't refinance. You know, so we're keep coming down that line, and we get to what we've kind of looked at as the total is about 22 to 23% of the people out there are our clients.
And those are just the homeowners.
And correct, those are the homeowners. So where are we and you going to focus our business? Because it doesn't do any good for anyone to list a house that's not going to sell. I think you guys all know that.
Well, short sell. But, but they're not going to buy another house.
They're not going to buy another one.
A foreclosure, which, just that's a side note, but a lot of people think they can do short sell, then just turn around and buy another house. And nope, 4-year waiting period. So
yeah, and it might even be 3 on FHA.
4-year conventional. Yeah.
4-year unconventional. Yeah. So it just got us to thinking, this is kind of our sales tip, is finding out who your consumer is. And that there's really only less than 1/4 of the adult population, I guess, homeowners, is your client. So who are we going to go after? And I think what we like, and I know we've kind of talked about, we've always been really big in the first-time homebuyer market. So I would talk with, former clients and see if they have kids and people along that lines of maybe someone graduating college or getting married or just having their first baby, those big lifetime events. Yeah. That's kind of one area that I would focus on. What else? We'd mentioned something else yesterday, and I was trying to think of what I was going to talk about.
Oh, the Fannie Mae, Freddie Mac bonuses. Are you talking about that?
Oh,
yeah. They've been doing such a bang-up job. They just asked for $160 billion. Well, that's just Fannie Mae, $160 billion from the Treasury because they're short.
Yeah, they're bonuses.
That's deserving of a bonus. I think.
We hate to be sarcastic, but that is absolutely amazing to us that they're considering taking out bonuses to pay these executives for the current situation that we're in, which it all comes back to us, the taxpayer.
And and they could help.
Don't get political. Don't get political.
They could help solve these problems. Actually, Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac could solve a lot of these issues because there was a number that came out just yesterday from the National Association of Realtors that said contracts are falling apart at the rate of 2 times the rate they were last year. Yeah. So double what they were last year. And we see it firsthand. The qualifications, the loopholes, or the hoops you got to jump through to get somebody approved, it's just absolutely astonishing. So it doesn't. That number doesn't surprise me at all.
No, it doesn't. I actually I have a client right now that I'm working with who came in with a 580 credit score, wanting to put 10% down on a build job, and there's no way with 10% down, and it's not FHA, and literally supposed to close December 9th. And what do I got? 3 weeks, and I'm like, who gave you the pre-approval? So it obviously wasn't us, but the bottom line is, get whoever your lender is, and we hope it's us, but get with the lender make sure that pay stubs, W-2s, tax returns have all been verified before you're writing.
They filed taxes.
Yeah, if they file.
That's come up so many times recently.
It's amazing. So, just because they have a great credit score doesn't necessarily mean that they're pre-qualified. So, just work with someone that you trust. I did see yesterday or a couple days ago on a blog that someone said, work with someone local. Boy, I can't emphasize that enough. If you're in San Diego or wherever in New York, work with someone there who knows that market and knows how to get that loan approved. And I think that's the same thing for us. So this is our sales tip. Go after the client that is your client or who you're looking for, the first-time home buyer, and just realize that your pool of people has come down to 1/4, which is actually amazing. We always talk to homeowners.
Yeah.
I'm like, well, we got to refi. You don't realize that 3 out of 4 of those people can't because of credit score, underwater, just crazy stuff. So anyway, this was our update for today. You guys have a great weekend. We won't be out next week because it's Thanksgiving. So you guys have a great Thanksgiving. Feel free to call Steve or I. Just contact me there. If you find this information helpful, please forward it on to family, friends, or other business partners. Guys, have a great weekend. Take care.